Big Cass has just found out that Weapon X has been unleashed. Brian Cage has just brought a table into the ring. Pop a power bomb! Another one in the column for the Machine. Elias has just made his debut in this universe. Charlotte against the NXT Women's Champion Tessa Blanchard. When does Trifecta come to an end? And who can stop Trifecta to go with it? Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is NXT. The developmental brand setting itself up with some pretty interesting matches over these last few weeks, and it continues on. To be fair, it's a long way to go until the next NXT takeover, and so, you know, might as well kill some time by, I guess, introducing talents that they've had on the back burner for some time, you know, that they've wanted to bring in. I mean, these last few weeks, it's been Brian Cage and Elias making their debut in this universe. Now, apparently here tonight, we have two more debuts to look forward to. We'll talk more about them later on this evening. But as for right now, that is the match that you want to be focusing on right there. The main event of this evening. What a main event it is. An exhibition between the two champions of NXT. The NXT Global Champion Pete Dunne against the NXT Champion Tyler Bate in the main event of this evening. Last week it was Blanchard versus Charlotte in a great matchup. Let's see if these two highly gifted athletes can top that in any way, shape or form. We'll find out in the main event of this evening. I'm very much looking forward to how that one will go down. But as for now, I'm not going to waste any more time talking about that match, even though it's going to be a great one. We'll let the action speak for itself. We're going to get right into the action here on NXT, because right away, we've got a brand new debut on its way. Well, let's see what this episode of NXT offers to us then, because first out is not a debut, actually. It's going to be Mike Kanellis heading out first, accompanied by his wife, Maria. Usually, Mike Kanellis is known for having the accompaniment of one Big Cass with him. However, that all changed last week in this episode of Universe. As you saw, Big Cass was decimated by Brian Cage and put through the table. It was ruled after the show was done. Big Cass was taken to the hospital, and it was determined that Big Cass suffered a career-ending injury with what happened, and has been told that he has to retire from this universe immediately. Very sad for it to happen to Big Cass, but that just goes to show how destructive Cage is. 2 matches, 2 guys are retired. So, pretty good start for the Machine Brian Cage, but Mike Kanellis, without Big Cass by his side, still has his wife by his side, though. But the big question to ask, despite everything that has gone on for Mike Kanellis, is who is making their debut here tonight on NXT. I have no idea who this music belongs to, I will be honest, but it might. Maybe I need it. Oh, yep. I needed a reminder from the face. People have been wanting him for a very long time, and he has finally arrived. Andrade Cien Almas has signed to NXT, has signed to this universe. El Idolo has arrived to NXT, and Zelina Vega is in tow with him. It has finally happened. How about that? Andrade Cien Almas has arrived. After months of people wanting him in this universe, after months of people trying to do everything in their power to say that he should be signed, well, finally the move has been made. Andrade Cien Almas is a member of this universe. He has arrived big time here to NXT right away with an immediate impact. Oh, that is a huge signing. And Zelina Vega to go with it as well at ringside. A true rival in its own right to Mike and Maria on the opposite end of the ring. However, I can't wait to see how this goes. What will the debut of Andrade Cien Almas have in store for us? Mike Kanellis waiting across the ring. Andrade looking to make an immediate impact. Stuffed there by Mike Kanellis for the moment. Oh, spinning heel kick and Kanellis goes down. Man, these debuts have started just getting better and better, all things considered, for NXT. Brian Cage, Elias, and now Andrade Cien Almas, the first of 2 debuts here tonight, as I've been told. Oh, man. We're in for a good one here in this episode of NXT. Straight jacket German suplex by Andrade. Covers him, but a kick out at 1 there for Mike Kanellis. Maria trying to get involved here. Trying to help out her husband in his time of need. Whatever else you want to say about it. Kanellis from behind. Reverse DDT plants him down. Remember, this guy is still the 3rd longest reigning world champion of all time in this universe at 235 days. He has a record that is, well, you know, he has a reign strong enough to put him in the top 3. He was once the leader of the New World Order. Any victory over this guy, no matter what's happened in his career, is huge. And especially for a guy on their debut like Andrade Cien Almas currently is. Mike Kanellis proving why he has all those titles to his name, with the way in which he is causing problems for Andrade Cien Almas. Hammerlock, Northern Lights suplex though. Beautifully done there from Andrade, but can he keep things going now? Kicking the ribs, forearm to go with it. Kanellis getting backed up here all the way to the ropes. What does Andrade have in mind? Forearm there. Andrade Cien Almas now flying there in with a suicide dive. The speed possessed in that one was too much for even the cameras to pay attention to. But Mike Kanellis is the one sending them back in the ring. From behind, back suplex. Yes, I think Maria must have slid in that chair. As Zelina watches on from ringside right now, a little bit concerned for her client, but nothing to worry about. Here comes the strength of Andrade Cien Almas. Schoolboy powerbomb connected with there. And Andrade now looking pretty good. Feeling pretty damn good about his chances to go with it as well. Look at this Alabama slam incoming. Now Mike Kanellis' head bouncing off the mat. Into the turnbuckle and a knee in the gut to follow up with it. Here we go now. Mike Kanellis still trying to fight back in this one here. Still trying to cause problems. In Andrade's debut, and you got to give him credit for at least refusing to give in. But he may very well have to give in, because Andrade, hammerlock DDT to Mike Kanellis, covers him, there's 2, and a kick out at 2. The resiliency from the former ECW champion still shining through. Times may have changed for Andrade, but there's no doubt about it. That is, for Mike Kanellis, but there's no doubt about it that his ability within the ring hasn't dipped. He still knows how to hang in there. Schoolboy powerbomb though almost ended it. Mike Kanellis again kicking out at 2. Andrade trying to set up a huge first win of his career here. Can he get what he wants though? Flying forearm in the corner there to Mike Kanellis. Kanellis is basically out on his feet. Let's be real here. He has not got much left to give. Andrade just needs to end this whole thing. He needs to put this whole thing to bed and to guarantee himself a big first win in this universe. And here he is again. Hammerlock DDT connected. Cover. 1, 2, 3. 2 will do the trick. It is victory in his debut for Andrade Cien Almas. And what an immediate impact to make in this universe with a victory over the 3rd longest reigning world champion of all time. There is your winner. Andrade Cien Almas does it here in his debut. And a big debut at that. With Zelina Vega in his corner, there might be no stopping this man already. He seems very happy about his victory. Maria Kanellis very disappointed with her husband's defeat. But what a debut it was for Mike Kanellis in this one. Sorry, for Mike Kanellis? Definitely not. For Andrade Cien Almas in this one. Here he is, NXT. What are you going to do about him? That's a question for another day. Oh boy. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been told we got to go backstage. The weapon, Weapon X has been unleashed. Brian Cage is attacking people backstage. Oh my god, we're backstage here with Brian Cage. The weapon, the machine Brian Cage has grabbed onto Xavier Woods at some point backstage here and is just lugging him around now, sending him into that carver there. What is Brian Cage's plan here? What is Cage doing? What are you doing, Brian Cage? No, 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 no. That's a concrete floor. That's a concrete floor. Don't you dare do this. Brian Cage, Weapon X to Xavier Woods on a concrete flooring there on the parking lot of this arena. Oh my goodness, he struck again. Xavier Woods is down and out. He needs help backstage. My goodness, I don't know what to make of what we just saw there. That was pretty sadistic from Brian Cage there. Xavier Woods is doing action later on this evening. He was doing a tag match against Noam, Darren, and Tony Nese, but that has just been thrown completely up in the air now by what Brian Cage just did. What reason? Why would he want to do something like that? I understand with Big Show and Big Cash, it's immediately making a statement, but why Xavier Woods? What does that have to prove? I don't quite get it, I'll be honest. I really don't get why he did that, but hey, the damage has been done, and hopefully Xavier Woods is getting treated, but it puts this tag match later on this evening in jeopardy to go with it. Brian Cage, though, just making one hell of an impact right there at the expense of Xavier Woods. Not a fan of that. Nevertheless, we got to move on here this evening to our next contest. Darren Young against James Storm. Darren Young, of course, has been doing absolutely nothing of note. James Storm made his debut in NXT 2 weeks ago, knocked off No Way Jose in an impressive debut, and is looking to continue on his impressive run of victories. To continue on his impressive start with an impressive victory over Darren Young here. You gotta feel like, though, if Darren Young can't turn things around in a few matches, his days here in NXT are numbered. From behind, look at the way he cradles him in there for that back suplex to drive him down into the mat. However, Darren Young does put up a fight in these matches, has to be said. Maybe he'll be looking for a shocker as big as last week's when Heath Slater knocked off Pentagon Jr. in that matchup. That was something to behold. Now we have to wait and see what happens here tonight to see if Darren Young could try and do the same thing, but definitely James Storm trying to prove a tough customer, but Darren Young is fighting back a little bit in this one. I wouldn't say he's putting out a great showing, but he's definitely trying to fight back, and Storm is doing his very best to stop that here. Brings him down, brings him in there with a knee, hammerlock, lariat now from James Storm. An uppercut to go with it as well will drive Darren Young into the up against the ropes, and what an arm drag that one was there from James Storm. Nicely hit there from Storm, and he is all in control right now over Darren Young here. This one is not looking good for Darren Young at all. Ducks under. Cobra clutch slam. And a leg drop to follow up after a lot of work being done on the head in this one of Darren Young. Certainly setting up for the last call super kick. There's a backstabber though from James Storm, and oh, it didn't put things away like he would have wanted it to. Gotta give credit to Darren Young, even though he's getting beaten up right now, he is still trying to fight on in this one. But to what avail has to be said. There's another counter there from James Storm, front face lock. And a big punch right in the face there. I think that was closed-handed as well. Referee didn't do anything to check up on that one though. Throws him into the turnbuckle now. I wonder what is next for Darren Young here. Turned around by James Storm. Could be a nasty trip on its way into the turnbuckle. It will be. Snake Eyes there. And now Storm unloading. Shot after shot in the head of Darren Young. Over and over again there. Darren Young still trying to counter though, still trying to fight in this one. But to what avail, because James Storm has a counter for everything he is looking for. Storm picks him up now. Last call super kick. Well, there it was, and that should do it. Cover made by Storm. There's 2, there's 3. James Storm with an emphatic victory over Darren Young. Took a little bit to get going for the Cowboy, but when it did, he sailed away into victory. The Cowboy with another win here at NXT. A strong start for him. Can he keep this fire going, though, as time goes on, is the question. It's all well and good having a hot start, but it's another thing keeping the momentum going. There is your winner anyway, James Storm. Happy with the job he's done here tonight. And I said about Darren Young can't turn things around. How much time does he have left? That question looks to be getting emptier and emptier with every day that passes. Anyway, let's move on to our next contest of the evening. We have been informed that even though Summer Rae is only just making her in-ring debut here, I think. No, she's not. This is her second match. She wants it to be her last. Summer Rae is going to be retiring, I guess, for lack of a better term, leaving this universe after this matchup, but she wanted one more match, and she's been promised that. However, we have been informed that it is a debut, so buckle yourselves in. Alright, well, Summer Rae is in the ring for a final match here, but who is her opponent in this one? Who has she been given in her final match in this universe? We've already had one big debut here tonight. Chalk it up as 2. Chalk it up as 2 big debuts. Oh my goodness. NXT has taken the ball and not only knocked it out of the park, but they've knocked it pretty much across the road, across the buildings, to a completely different destination where the ball will never be found. Io Shirai, of all people. How does NXT pull this off? First Andrade, now Shirai? Nah, this isn't happening. It is happening. I can very much tell that it's happening, but I cannot believe that it's happening. Io Shirai, you are kidding me. What am I witnessing? This is a huge debut. Oh my goodness. Well, Summer Rae wanted a big last match. She's got it, but I don't think she's going to get much out of it, in all honesty. Io Shirai has come out of the gates, and she wants to go right after it here, and she wants to make an immediate impact to go with it. Oh, implant buster there. Summer Rae trying to pull herself up to her feet, but she ain't getting much luck out of it. Let's be real here. It is all Io Shirai right now. She's trying to get herself out of it. Well, she was for a brief moment before she was slammed down into the mat there. Well, is this the send-off that Summer Rae really wanted? Is this how she wanted to go out? Because it's pretty much how she's going to go out. If she thinks she's going to get anything here against Io Shirai, she has got completely and utterly another thing coming to go with it. Suplex there from Shirai. And it is basically nothing from Summer Rae. Oh my goodness. Handstand there into an elbow drop. That's certainly innovative. Oh god, this is where it all goes downhill. Tombstone from Shirai. Takes herself up to the top rope to finish the deal. Let's see if she'll end it. There is the moonsault on Summer Rae. And with 1, 2, and 3, Summer Rae's career is over. That was her last match, but who really cares when Io Shirai has just made her debut in this universe. And what a debut to make. There is a new face to the NXT Women's Division, and there is a very, very new problem for everyone to deal with, especially if you ask me. The group who say they lead this division in Trifecta. How are you going to deal with this trouble right in front of you? How do you take care of a problem like Io Shirai? Oh, that may be a question that could be answered sooner rather than later, and I would be very happy if it was. 2 emphatic debuts here tonight. You've wanted them for the longest time, and now you've got them. Andrade Cien Almas and Io Shirai. And there is still more to go in this evening. I have been told the tag match is going to go ahead up next. Big E was able to find a partner to take on Noam, Darren, Tony Nese. Let's see who it was. Well, let's see what's going to happen here then. It's been a very interesting night of action on NXT so far. And there is still more to go on this evening. I mean, the tag match is still going on, but this was a very urgent decision, I think is the best way of saying it, from Big E. He had to make this decision as quick as he could. He had to find a replacement for Xavier Woods as quick as he could. Big E says he has found him, though, and this tag match, as a result, is still going on here. Makes his way out on his own here tonight, does Big E. I wonder, has he seen Xavier Woods since the attack happened? Is Xavier Woods still in a good state? Is he in a state where he can compete here tonight? Is Xavier Woods still in a state where he can compete later on? Is Big E in the right state mentally where he can compete here tonight? Maybe, what Brian Cage did fired up Big E. I mean, he's putting on a mentality right now, really, that he seems to be the same as usual. But you've got to imagine inside of Big E, there is deep frustration airing within him. Everyone in the Hammerstein Ballroom saw what happened as well, so it's not as if it was something that no one caught wind of. Hopefully Xavier Woods will be alright, but I am also interested to see who Big E found as a replacement. I don't see it being a debut, to be fair. Because I don't see how you're going to be able to top the two who have already made their debut. And no, it's not a debut. Let's certainly say that. It's not a debut, but it's a very strong helping hand to have by his side. Xavier Woods might not be here, but the leader of the Fiesta Party may well be. No Way Jose is going to be the one to assist Big E here tonight. It's like they're practically one and the same. All the good spirits and all the dancing vibes of the New Day combined with the Fiesta of No Way Jose. It's a very strong partnership, has to be said. Nevertheless, here are your new duo for this evening. The duo to take on Noam Dar and Tony Nese. These are two big guys as well. Think about the muscles and the muscle mass of Big E, and then think about how tall No Way Jose is. This guy is huge. So this is quite a tough match, let's be honest, for Nese and Dar to be put in with. But with the teachings that the Bret the Hitman Hart has given them, it may very well be an easier match than anticipated for them. Who knows? Maybe I'm overcompensating what I see from these two guys compared to what Tony Nese and Noam Dar can do in this ring. Last time they were in the ring, they beat El Orgullo de Lucha by, I think it was rolling up Grand Metalik. And now here tonight, they look to see how they'll compete in this one. Although it is a very hasty duo of of No Way Jose and Big E, it is certainly a duo that could leave an impact. It's certainly a duo that could cause a surprise here. Look at the size of these two guys, though, has to be said, no matter what. But yet, there they are. Tony Nese on the left, Noam Dar on the right, accompanied by Bret the Hitman Hart. He said he saw these two guys as the future for him when he stepped down from his standpoint as a wrestler in this universe, and now we look to see how things will go for them as a tag team. So far, I believe, undefeated. And now they look to keep that one going. Certainly been a standout team in this universe so far, has to be said. Them, along with Perfect, have been great teams on NXT since they made their debuts. I do wonder where things will go from here. NXT Tag Division looking pretty good, though, when you think about the teams. El Orgullo de Lucha, Itami and Kushida, Perfect, New Day, Sanity, those two. Right there, it is pretty damn good, has to be said. But here we go, we're going to get the two ripped athletes of this one here. The 8-pack of Tony Nese against the Brute and the machine in his own right of Big E. I do wonder how Big E feels about what he saw earlier on. I mean, what kind of an impact does it leave on you when you see your best friend laying in the parking lot of an arena? Cover there made by Big E. Kick out at 1, though, from Tony Nese. Nice forearm as well from Nese as he tries to make something work here at an extreme power disadvantage, but that's not going to stop him. Especially when they got someone like Bret the Hitman Hart at ringside, an incredible technical wrestler who is leading them or at least looking to lead them to leaps and bounds in this universe. And Nese with great strength there for that backbreaker. Throws him in to Noam Dar, who will get a suplex on Big E to go with it. Very well done there from this duo in the early goings here. How can they keep this going? Let us find out. Throat chop there in the ribs as well to go with it. Off the ropes, collision between the two. Big E now fighting back with his own power game. He sends him into the turnbuckle now. Uh-oh. Perches him up on the turnbuckle to go with it. Countered there, kick in the gut. Noam Dar in unfriendly territory, but a cross-body connects. Covers Big E here. Can he put him away with it? Will it be victory? No. Kick out. Well, this has all been about the job that Nese and Dar have done in this matchup. Has to be said, they've been all over Big E in this one so far. He's barely had an opportunity to shine, and no way Jose is certainly not an opportunity to even get in this match as a whole, but that may all change now. Into the turnbuckle goes Noam Dar, head first, tag made. In comes No Way Jose. Gutbuster from Big E. Running knee there from No Way Jose. Jose, the legal man in this match now with a point to prove. Can he prove a good victory here? Can he prove that he can be a great stand-in for Xavier Woods? Maybe so, but a counter there from Noam Dar is not going to help him out at all. Tallest man in this match, he may be. Looks like he has a good foot on No Way Jose in terms of height. On Noam Dar in terms of height. Tag made though. In comes Tony Nese. There's a neck crank and a kick in the back as well to go with it. Jose's got to try something interesting here. He's got to try for something big to hope for the best. But Jose is in trouble here because Tony Nese thinking tactically, which is exactly how Bret Hart would want them thinking. Big E wants back in here, and he's going to get it. Jose barely at the stretch to make that tag in all fairness. But Big E is in. Running the shoulder tackle. Running body press, I guess, or whatever. And then another running shoulder tackle. Big E now starting to fire away here in this one. Belly to belly by Big E. Bret the Hitman Hart, though, getting involved. Bret Hart getting involved, but not enough time to intervene. Tony Nese could be done for. Big ending. Stuffed. Countered by Nese. And a counter from Big E will send Tony Nese into his own turnbuckle. And not only that, it'll send him head first into his own turnbuckle until the save was made by Noam Dar. Big knee in the gut there to Big E to go with it. But Big E able to get out to counter there, and now up on the shoulders here, Fireman's carry, and just throws him back down onto the mat. Single leg Boston Crab applied now from Big E on Tony Nese. Nese trying to make it to the ropes. Can he make it there at all? He's got a long way to go, but he's going to get himself out of that submission anyway. Nice hip toss there, has to be said, from Tony Nese. They've been containing this matchup well, but they've got to try and finish this matchup to go with it. Tag made, back in. Back in as the legal man is Noam Dar. Great strength from Nese, and oh, what a kick in the face by Noam Dar to go with it. Look at how confident he's feeling about himself as well. Noam Dar thinks he might have the end on its way here in this one. Took a very long time to even go for a move there. And again, it's back to the strikes on Big E. Well, Big E ain't interested. Throws him into the turnbuckle. And the tag should be made here. And indeed it is. No Way Jose in off the tag. Oh my goodness. Meteora there from No Way Jose. Imagine all that weight coming down on you. But look at this. Noam Dar counters. Noam Dar counters. Achilles lock. Achilles lock applied on Jose. But No Way Jose quickly get himself out of that hold. Big kick in the face there, but he stays down. And the Noam Dar sees a great opportunity in front of him from up high. Went for the splash and couldn't get it on No Way Jose. Counted there though. So too did Jose counter Noam Dar. Noam Dar counters Jose. He sends Jose into the turnbuckle now. They'll look for the move to try and end this. Putting Jose up in the fireman's carry and then throwing him across with the German suplex. An absolutely incredible move, but one that when they've struck has struggled to relate victory with it. They cover Jose here. Biggie sent down with the clothesline, but no way. Jose kicks out at 2. Much to the chagrin of Bret Hart, but here we go. Michinoku driver from Tony Nese. And the force used to slam Jose into the mat will end it. Tony Nese and Noam win. Job done indeed for this tag team. Another win for them. They keep things going how they want it to go. Great stuff there for Nese and Dar. But what does this mean for them going forward? Where does Bret Hart see this team going from now on as they celebrate the victory? I wonder. I also wonder what's up next, because Bret Hart has a microphone. And so here we go now. Bret Hart has the microphone and he's going to begin to deliver his message. And his message at first is related to the entire NXT tag division, saying that his duo are better than anyone else around, and Bret Hart knows it. And he's certainly better than the tag team that goes around calling themselves perfect. No doubt in Bret Hart's mind, they are the superior team. And not only that, but they are the superior team to the NXT Tag Team Champions. Insanity. Bret the Hitman Hart wants to send his warning to that duo, letting them know that their time is numbered as NXT Tag Team Champions. Bret the Hitman Hart and his duo are going to take those titles away, because they are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And there is your message sent by Bret Hart. He believes Noam Dar and Tony Nese are on their way to success, that they are on their way to those tag team titles. Very, very interesting to think about indeed, but will that be truth? Will that actually happen or not? We will see. This stacked NXT tag team division may very well have just had a duo looking to rise to the top. I wonder if they can keep up with it. Well, an interesting night is going to end with a great match on its way. Here we go, the main event of the evening. What a main event it's going to be as well, between none other than the two champions of NXT, the two single champions of NXT, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, one-on-one. NXT Global Champion versus NXT Champion. The NXT General Manager looking to impress you, looking to put on a great main event for us all to witness, and most certainly they have done that with this main event you see right here. Pete Dunne heading towards the ring. And I wonder, is there any mentality within Dunne with some of the new signings he's seen lately that his NXT Global Championship could be at risk? Is there any mentality within him that there is worry for the Bruiserweight, or is that not there? Is that not really a concept that is breaking through for Pete Dunne? It may very well be the case that it is not. Nevertheless, Pete Dunne, regardless of it all, is NXT Global Champion, has that championship to prove it, and has had it for the last 5 months now. The longest reigning champion on NXT currently, and it doesn't look like he has any plans of letting it go. However, his opponent is going to be looking to try and show that he is the superior champion. And I mean, to be fair, he kind of is when you think about it, because at the end of this all, Pete Dunne may be the NXT Global Champion. He may have held it for a while, but he is not the NXT Champion. He is not the man who dethroned Corin to have that belt around his waist. That is that man right there, Tyler Bate. The fighting champion that is Bate, his second match in 3 weeks. A very competitive match at that here tonight as he gets ready to go one-on-one against Pete Dunne. What a contest we are in for with these two guys. Tyler Bate has been really one of the surprises of the year, I have to be honest, when he beat Corin at Brooklyn. But what a surprise it was. What a pleasant surprise it was to see that NXT Championship change hands after 270 days. It was outstanding to witness. There is that man. There is the man responsible for that reign coming to an end. We have not seen Corin since then, and I don't mind if we don't see him again, in all honesty. Nevertheless, here we go. Main event, champion versus champion. Non-title, of course. But let's see what happens. Tyler Bate with a quick work on the arm there of Pete Dunne, trying to get things going early, but Bate getting counted and getting his arm cranked on as well by Pete Dunne. Back again to the collar and elbow tie-up. Side headlock. Duck under there, and down goes Pete Dunne, but he comes back up with a headlock of his own here on Tyler Bate. Cranking on the headlock to go with it as well. Bate, though, forcing his way out of it and pushing Pete Dunne all the way back to those ropes there. Off the ropes comes Dunne. Collision between the two. These two youngsters really making a statement right now in this main event, or at least trying to show what NXT is all about, all the future talent that it brings. And when these two guys are representing the future, say what you will about Pete Dunne, but Tyler Bate, when he's representing the future, you know it's a future to be proud of, as Pete Dunne goes right into that steel railing there. Back in the ring we are now with these two men. What forearm there from Tyler Bate as he takes the early lead in this one. The NXT champion doing a great, pulling off a great start here and looking to keep it going. Double knee gutbuster there to Pete Dunne. First cover of the match will be made. Hooks the leg, 1 count. Nice, great start though from Tyler Bate though, has to be said. Pete Dunne going to try and counter this in whatever way he can. Hammerlock there. Oh, what an elbow from Pete Dunne. And a slam to follow up with it. Slams him down, picks him up here. Nice kick there from Pete Dunne. And a kick and a forearm to go with it. Sorry, into the turnbuckle. No, look at this now. Stomping into the gut of the NXT champion. Tyler Bate there felt the impact of that, and Pete Dunne has turned things around into his court now. The Bruiserweight on the second rope. He calls Tyler Bate up to his feet there. Bate's a bit close in all fairness. Sends him back a little bit there with that stomp. Drop kick connected as well. Pete Dunne there rushing into that cover now on Bate, but it's only a 1 count. Still early days, it seems, in this main event. You know, I said earlier about the great main event we saw last week between Tessa Blanchard and Charlotte, and how these two men will want to add their own to that and maybe even top the main event that we saw there. Great powerbomb by Tyler Bate, though. Now he'll try and one-up Pete Dunne on the top. Rope splashes down on Dunne there. Another cover major by the NXT champion. Not going to happen, though. Or nothing much going to happen, rather, after a 1 count. Trying to keep him in that leg triangle. Dunne was turning around there, was turning him over, and is able to escape it. Kick in the gut now. Pete Dunne. Suplex powerbomb. Heavy kick in the back to follow up after. What can the global champion go for here? Went for the enziguri. Bates saw it incoming, countered it, and a lariat will bring down the global champion. Tyler Bate now going to go up to the top rope. Will this pay off the way he wants it to? Moonsault there from Bate. Indeed it will. And a double foot stop to follow up. Kick in the chest as well. Cover on Tyler Bate, cover by Tyler Bate now on Pete Dunne, and that still isn't enough to keep him down. What a competitive opening we've got here in this main event. You can tell both men want that victory so badly. They're both champions, but the craving of victory is enough for Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. As a step-up enziguri, they were struck by Dunne on Bate. Break of the eyes there to follow up on it. Oh, back suplex now. No, yes, I think I might have been a Saito suplex rather. Pete Dunne clocked him with it though, and could finish it right now. Bate could be done for. No, this could be a huge win for Dunne. Bitter end! What a phenomenal maneuver that is. Tyler Bate had nowhere to go but down. And down he most certainly went. Cover by Pete Dunne with 1, 2, and oh, kick out at 2 by the NXT champion. This is all about the NXT Global Champion now, though the Bruiserweight is in control over the champ. That bitter end should have done it. But you need more to keep Bate down. That much is known. And that much is being proven right now by the fight back here by the NXT Champion. Big time lariat. Elbow drop to follow up with it as well. Great stuff going on here. Attacking the arm now. Bate really starting to fire up here. Starting to unload. Great kicks in the ribs there, in the leg rather. Don't know where I got ribs from. Went for a headbutt, but Pete Dunne was in with the counter there. Snapmare brings him down. Look at the arm now, the way he's got it locked in there, but credit where credit's due. The Tyler Bate slips out of it right away and returns the favor from earlier with a hefty elbow of his own. Saito suplex. But Bate feeling the effect of that bitter end, feeling the effect of the impact from Dunne in this one as he stays down. Now it's a race between both men. Who has the ability within them? Who has it to force themselves up to their feet? It looks like it's going to be the Bruiserweight getting up first. Pete Dunne scampers into the cover, but Bate kicks out right away. And a little surprise there, to be fair, that he did kick out right away. But oh, great counter there from Bate. Thought he wasn't going to counter that then. Big kick in the gut as well. And another one right after it. Tyler Bate. Tyler Driver. Away he got that in. Away he connected with that Tyler Driver. Will it be enough to secure a victory over the global champion? There's the cover. There's the count. There's the 3. Tyler Bate does it. The impact of that Tyler Driver, simply too much for Pete Dunne to fight on. That is the NXT champion right there. And ain't no one. Whoa, 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 whoa. The Velveteen Dream. What is the Dream doing here? Velveteen Dream. Where did he come from? He is attacking the NXT champion right now. But for what reason? Where did he... Why? What caused this? The Dream has got the jump on the champion right now. Tyler Bate is down here. He didn't anticipate this happening at all. Velveteen Dream in. Death Valley Driver from Dream. And the champion is down. Dream's going to go to the top rope. Oh my goodness. Velveteen Dream making a statement. Purple Rainmaker to the NXT champion. Oh my God. Tyler Bate is down. And the Velveteen Dream stands tall at the end of this evening here on NXT. I don't know what to say, but the Dream just set his new sights and his new target on gold. My goodness, Dream and Bate could be happening. The Velveteen Dream making one incredible statement to end things on NXT.